What do you guys think about the landscape of YouTube for music creators lately? I'm talking about guitar players, gear demo people, pedal makers. I'm talking about music production people. What do you think of those videos that you're seeing recently? I want to get right into it with this video, and let's start off by talking about this video that John Cordy made about JHS, basically saying that JHS was ripping people off. And then Josh Scott put out a video countering all of John Cordy's claims and showing how the money actually flows at JHS. Then John Cordy put out another video taking back what he said, basically apologizing. Does it feel like that these creators are just doing anything for clicks? Does it feel cheap to you? Because it's beginning to feel pretty cheap to me, the way that a lot of these creators are going about clickbait titles. And sometimes it's actually clickbait, like they don't talk about anything that the thumbnail represents in the video. And I'm almost ready to cancel my YouTube Premium subscription. And there are a lot of great music videos out there. I want to say that. But most of them that I watched lately come from music makers, production people, mixers, people like Eric Valentine, which he now has his own website and he's not putting as much stuff on YouTube anymore. Also, people like Jakir King, he just put up a great series of videos, actually taking from a class that he did, a paid firewall type class that you used to have to pay to get. He put all those videos up on YouTube, and it's great material. I've learned a lot about music production from YouTube. My music production is on a level that it competes, you know what I'm saying? And gear for me is a means to an end. Here in my studio, I use the gear to make music, not just make gear demo music. And there's some people that are great at that. People like Pete Thorne, he makes awesome sounding tracks to demo gear. But to me, music that interests me is real music, 3 to 5 minute tracks. Lately, more 3 minute. You have to really catch the viewer's attention or the listener's attention immediately. I'd say within the first 15 seconds, you need to capture their attention with something musically that's twisting their ear. And a lot of these YouTube creators are trying to do the same thing, but in a negative way. What do you all think about this? Are you all ready to give up on YouTube? Because to me, the gear is very interesting. I have a lot of great gear. I have a rack over here with some very expensive preamps in it. I like microphones. I love guitars and amps, pedals, all that. But to me, all that stuff is just to make music. You know what I mean? It's not, a lot of these gear people, I feel like it's the other way around. The music is just to highlight the gear. But that's not what got me into music. Music changed my life in many ways for the better. It can get you out of dark spots. It can, music heals people. And I think people are kind of forgetting the point. So I want to play some music for you in this video. I want to play my new single for you. But I mainly wanted this to be a discussion. Try and do it as a continuous shot thing. Just a discussion to have. Hopefully you guys will give me some feedback in the comments. It's a new world, it's almost like used car salesman, Jerry Springer type of videos just to catch people's attention. And I understand that these creators, for many of them, it's their primary way to make money. You can't make records and sell records and make a living. It's hard to do it these days. You have to print physical copies and have them do well, because you're not going to get that money from streaming your music unless you get billions of listens. And then still it's .04 cents that Spotify is paying. So it's understandable that these creators are looking for another way to make their money. For me, that's not what it is. I have a job. I have to work. Music is a hobby for me. I try and make it something that's more sustainable, but I have a family. I have my son. It's just me and him here, and I have to take care of him, so I have to work. I can't count on music for that. I got into the game with the studio probably a little bit too late, but the music is, it's what I love to do, and it's sounding like records, so there's always hope for my music. There's so much that music can bring you as far as putting yourself into it and what that means to you. You can look at it as a hobby, or you can look at it as something you have to do, a way of life. And I feel like people have kind of lost sight of that. And there's certain channels, I'm not going to name them here, but some of these channels are definitely, I would say, for sale. Because there's a lot of gear out there, and almost none of it is what you would say bad, or as bad as it used to be even 20 years ago, where you couldn't make a record sound good with it, or pedals that wouldn't sound good. Now pretty much everything has a standard, and if you want to make a video on it, if somebody's going to pay you to make a video on it, you can find a way to make it look good. And that's what a lot of these creators are doing. They'll only talk about the brands that they're working with, even on live streams. They'll only talk about the brands they're working with. If somebody's making a competitive product that competes with the company they're working with, they won't mention that product at all, or they will just highlight the company they're working with. I feel like this isn't a accurate picture because they're not giving you both sides of the coin. So these are some of my thoughts. I hope you leave some of your thoughts on here. I don't know what I'm going to do with my premium subscription. I know there's certain content creators that I'm really into watching, but they're not as many as there used to be. And it's like not enough to fill up my day at work. I can put my earbuds in and listen to podcasts and YouTube videos while I'm working, but a lot of them I don't really click on anymore. I can say I don't click on John Cordy's videos. I have before. I know he's a great player, but I only hear him like really covering music, and now he's got all these videos that are like kind of clickbaity, and that's just not what I'm into. I'm looking for something more with my music. My music, the way I look at music, it has a standard and a class about it. You know what I mean? It's not like for sale. That's my thoughts on it. I'm going to leave you with some music. Leave me some comments. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Hopefully you watch this video all the way till the end. Listen to what I do with my gear, because I feel like this is what it's about, making music. Whether you like other people's music or not is kind of irrelevant if they're making music. See you next time.